without needing to start from the scratch with a new brand. Then coming back to the line extension we have that helps companies retain and attract more customers by giving them more choices within the same product category. So if a customer loves Coca-Cola but wants a sugar-free option, they can choose the Coca-Cola Zero without leaving the brand. So it's an easy way to expand the market share without needing a whole new product line. Then understand the house of brand versus the branded house. So let's move to the tragic choice companies face when managing their portfolio of brands. That is the house of brands versus the branded house. So, house of brands. What does that stand for? So, house of brands is when a company owns several distinct brands that each have their own identity and marketing. So, each brand operates independently and has its own target audience. Whereas the branded house, on the other hand, is when a company uses one central brand name across all its products and services, creating a unified experience. The company is a brand and every product or the service under that umbrella carries the same brand identity. Then coming back to the house of brands, we have Procter and Gamble, that is a P&G, is a great example. They own the several different brands like the Tide, Pampers, Gillette and Olay. So these brands don't carry the Procter and Gamble name on the packaging and each has its own distinct identity. Tide is known for its powerful cleaning. Pampers is trusted for baby care and Gillette is all about shaving innovation. And P&G doesn't try to merge these brands. They allow them to live independently and appeal to a different group of customers. Whereas branded house, take Google as a perfect example of a branded house. All of their products from Google Search to Google Maps, Google Drive and even Google Pixel phones carry the Google brand. There's no need to create different brand identities for each product because they all fit into the same vision, providing accessible, reliable and innovative tech solutions. Then, coming back to the house of brands, why it works. So, a house of brands works well when a company wants to appeal to the different audiences with different needs and preferences. So, by keeping the brands separate, P&G can target distinct markets without one brand diluting the other's image. So, each brand can have its own messaging and personality tailored to its specific customer. Then coming back to the branded house, we have a branded house works well when a company wants to create a cohesive brand experience across all the products and services. So by using one consistent brand, Google can build customer loyalty and recognition across all their offerings. So when you trust Google Search, you are more likely to trust the Google Maps or Google Drive because they all share the same brand values and the user-friendly experience. So let's now move on to one of the important concepts, that is brand revitalization. So sometimes brand need a little refresh to stay relevant. So this is where brand revitalization comes in. Brands that have been around for a while may need to reinvent themselves to appeal to the new customers or keep their existing audience engaged. So let us understand what is brand revitalization. So brand revitalization is when a company updates or changes its brand identity, messaging, or products to reconnect with the customers and stay fresh in a competitive market. So let us now understand how it works. So take the example of Pepsi. Is a classic example. So over the years, they have updated their logo, packaging, and even their marketing campaigns to reflect the changing customer attitudes. Pepsi has had to stay relevant by focusing on youth culture and the trendiness, something that's at the heart of the brand. So let us now understand why it works. So revitalization allows a brand to adapt the new market conditions or consumer preferences. So it's about giving the brand a modern twist while still retaining the core values that made it successful in the first place. For example, for Pepsi, it was staying relevant to the younger generations and adapting their messaging to the pop culture has helped them stay competitive against Coca-Cola. So let us now understand another concept, that is niche branding. So this is when a company focuses on a specific narrow segment of the market instead of trying to appeal to everyone. So niche branding is about catering to a particular group with specialized needs. So what is it? So niche branding involves identifying and targeting a specific customer segment with a tailored products, messaging and experiences. Now let us understand how it works. Take an example of Tesla. So Tesla doesn't make any car. They focus on creating luxury electric vehicles that cater to a market of the eco-conscious consumers who also want the cutting-edge technology. So Tesla is about innovation, sustainability and performance, so which resonates with a specific group of customers who value these traits. Now, you must be thinking why it works. So by focusing on a niche market, Tesla can build customer loyalty stronger. Their branding is deeply tied to their audience's value, that is innovation, sustainability and performance. It's a powerful way to connect with a specific group, and because Tesla is offering something unique, they can command a premium price and build long-term customer relationships. Now, let's understand this with the help of a real life example. So let's zoom in on Tesla as a real life example. So Tesla's branding is all about innovation and sustainability. They have carved out a niche market of environmentally conscious consumers who are looking for luxury electric vehicles that offer cutting-edge technology. So Tesla's commitment to the eco-friendly driving and advanced technology makes it appealing to those who want to be at the forefront of the green innovation while enjoying a high-performance driving experience. So the niche branding allows Tesla to be seen not just as a car manufacturer, but as a lifestyle choice. It's more than just driving. It's about embracing the future of technology and sustainability. So these strategies help brands grow, stay competitive, and connect with the customers in the deeper ways. So let's now move on to the next chapter. We often hear some terms like marketing and branding tossed around together, but they're actually two very different things. And understanding the difference between the two is a key to building a strong, recognizable, and successful brand. So let's start by diving into what these terms really mean and why they are so important. So let us start with branding, that is a foundation. So branding is the foundation of a house. It's what your brand stands for, the core values, personality, and image that you project to the world. So it's the overall identity that customers recognize, connect with, and trust over time. So it includes elements like your logo, the color scheme, and your company values, and even your tone of voice in the communication. But branding goes deeper than just visuals or messaging. It's about how people feel when they think about your company. For example, whenever you hear Nike, you probably think of athleticism, determination, and empowerment. So that's because Nike has successfully built a brand around the idea of pushing limits and achieving greatness. Now let's talk about marketing, the strategy to communicate your brand. So if branding is a foundation, marketing is like the house's interior. It's how you communicate the brand's value to the world and drive action. So marketing is about creating awareness, attracting customers, and generating sales through various tactics. So marketing includes things like advertisements, social media posts, email campaigns, SEO, and even public relations. So essentially, marketing is about telling your audience why your brand is relevant, solving their problems, and getting them to act. So whether that's making a purchase, signing up for a newsletter, or sharing your content. So while branding is about who you are and what you stand for, marketing is about how you communicate the message to the world and inspire the action. So now let's understand how brands make and deliver on their promises over time. So the first point is making promises. Now, it's one of the most crucial aspects of branding is a promise that a brand makes to its customers. Then let me ask you, what does your brand promise? So think about the promises that Coca-Cola makes. It promises to deliver a refreshing, happy, and joyful experience every time you take a sip. Or think about Tesla. They promise innovation and a sustainable future with their electric cars. Your brand promise is a reflection of what you want customers to feel, experience, and expect from you. But here's the catch. A promise is only valuable if you deliver on it. If your brand promises something but fails to deliver, that trust evaporates quickly and it's hard to rebuild. So consistency is the key over here. Now let's move on and understand delivering on your promises. So how do brands actually deliver on their promises over time? So it's all about consistency and the customer experience. A brand needs to be consistent across all the touch points, whether it's online, in store, or in customer service. So every interaction should reinforce what the brand stands for. For instance, Apple has built its brand on innovation, simplicity, and premium quality. So from the design of their products to their retail stores and customer service, everything they do reflects these values. So if you walk into an Apple store, you are greeted with a clean, sleek, modern environment. The customer service is always top-notch, making you feel like a valued customer. So Apple doesn't just talk about innovation, they show it in every interaction. But it's not just about the big brands. Small businesses can use the same principles. So imagine a local cafe that promises to deliver a cozy, homey experience with every cup of coffee. The barista knows your name, the decor is warm and inviting, and the smell of fresh coffee fills the air. That's delivering on a promise of comfort and warmth. So over time, customers will come to expect that same experience every time they walk in. So let's now understand this with the help of a real life example. So now let's take a real life example to make this clear. So let's talk about Nike. So Nike's brand promise is all about inspiring the athletes to reach their full potential, no matter who they are. Their iconic slogan, "Just Do It," reflects this bold, empowering message. So Nike delivers on its promises through high-performance products, impactful marketing, and the athletes' sponsorships. Their products are designed to enhance the physical performance and inspire the empowerment. Now, Nike creates an emotional connection, making you feel capable of achieving more when wearing their gear. So marketing campaigns feature both professional athletes and everyday people, highlighting Nike's role in helping them perform at their best. So Nike has built trust over time by constantly delivering on its promise through quality products, campaigns, and sponsorships. So let's now move on and understand how brands build the trust and loyalty. So consistency plus value is always equal to loyalty. So think about it. When brands consistently deliver on their promises, they build trust. And trust is crucial to customer loyalty. So if a brand promises one thing but the experience doesn't live up to their expectations, customers will look elsewhere. So for example, take Starbucks. Starbucks promises a consistent high-quality coffee experience every time you walk into one of these stores. So consistency builds trust. So when a brand delivers the same experience consistently, whether it's the taste of the coffee or the ambience of a store, customers know what to expect. So this reliability fosters trust, encouraging customers to return time and time again. Then we have is branding becomes a ritual. Just like Starbucks has become a part of people's daily routines, strong branding can embed itself in the customers' lives. The more a brand is integrated into their day to day, the stronger its connection with them. Then we have creating a real value. So customers stay loyal to the brands that provide genuine value. So whether it's through high quality products or the exceptional customer service or reliability, brands that prioritize the customer experience foster stronger relationships and ensure the long-term retention. Then we have is branding is an ongoing process. So successful branding is not a one-time event, but a continuous effort. A brand must consistently meet the customer expectations, adapt to the changing needs, and deliver value in every interaction to maintain its standing. Then we have is building customer loyalty. So trust and value go hand in hand in developing the lasting customer relationships. A brand that keeps delivering on its promises is more likely to foster the long-term loyalty, ensuring customers return over the years. Now as we have a basic understanding of how brands build trust and loyalty, let's now move on to the last chapter. So welcome back guys to this last chapter in brand management. So now let's talk about the role of a brand manager.